Black Panther 2 director Ryan Coogler and producer Nate Moore explain what led to them deciding who should carry the Black Panther mantle. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever filmmakers Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore explain how they chose Shuri to take up the mantle. The sequel to one of Marvel's biggest hits has already garnered praise and is a huge success at the box office. Following the death of the first film's leading star, Chadwick Boseman, Marvel Studios struggled to figure out how to carry on the Black Panther movie franchise. They managed to create a sequel that featured a heavy amount of depth and character development and was very different from anything they had done before, crafting a finale that gave for a very hopeful future of endless possibilities. According to a new interview, the decision to have Shuri become the next Black Panther came from a very quick, yet difficult discussion with the director Coogler and producer Moore. While speaking with Marvel.com, the two describe how Boseman's sudden death hit them hard, and say they needed to find an organic way to continue telling the story. While they did briefly consider other candidates, they knew deep down that Shuri was the only person capable of taking over the role of the Black Panther. In an effort to avoid an artificial passing of the torch to another supporting character, the filmmakers went with the most obvious choice. Elsewhere in the interview, Moore states that once they knew that Shuri would take over, they were confident that Wright would be on board to carry on the legacy. Wright herself was struggling over the fact that her co-star had just passed away and grieved in much the same way her character did on screen. Once it was decided, Coogler felt that he was at peace over the decision. In hindsight, Shuri taking over the Black Panther mantle was the best choice they could have made. Besides the fact that it was keeping true to the comics lore, they were also able to add a new dimension to the character by slowly giving her the motivation to take over. Much in the same way that the audience groans to accept her as the new Black Panther, Shuri does so herself, struggling through her grief until she knows she is ready to move on and accept both her fate and her brother's passing. In typical Marvel fashion, there are several other surprises in store. The ending reveals that, besides Shuri, she now has a nephew named Toussaint, or T'Challa in Wakandan, implying that possibility that more than one person will continue to carry on the legacy of the character. While Black Panther, Wakanda Forever ends with the satisfying conclusion of Shuri deservedly becoming the hero needed, there is always room for many more revelations and changes within the world of Wakanda.